This week's episode of the High Level Release Radar, where we recap all of the new releases from the current week. Happy Friday, Ryan. We're back at it.
Happy Friday the 13th, I was just reminded.
Oh,
It's like, thank
okay.
you.
Gonna have one of those, are we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me just hop over to the page so I can share our stream into the group. You know the routine. If you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello in the comments so that we know we are live in all of the places. I'm going to share this to our group, official community, the High Level Release Radar. Okay, and we should be live. All right, Ryan. So here we are. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the year, but we're still cranking out the updates.
Yeah, a bit of a heavier week this week in terms of updates. So got some cool stuff here to share.
All right, well, let's hop in and check it out.
Yeah.
Let me get over here. And there we go. First release of the week, payments got an update. We now have the ability to edit recurring invoices, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, so this will apply to ones that are currently active, so they're already getting billed. So really nice ability there to be able to change things, as well as the ones that are scheduled. So there's kind of a lot of things here, so it's kind of hard to show everything, but you're going to get things like being able to modify the frequency, whether you want it to be weekly or monthly and so forth. Change the dates, update products and services that are associated with those invoices. So maybe somebody upgraded mid-cycle, so you can add that, remove things. You can also enable automated email alerts and then customize or personalize those ones as well. So a lot of really, really cool flexibility here getting added to recurring invoices.
Yeah, I love it. And typically we save this toward the end of the show, but coming soon is an update that I know my good friend Graham in the community is going to love, where you can do the same thing. You'll be able to edit a regular invoice after it's been sent for businesses that like take down payments, and then things typically change and you gotta, tweak the remaining balances and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna be able to do that soon as well, the team tells me. So hopefully by the end of this month, if not sometime in January, we'll see that roll out as well.
Yeah.
Next up, let me kill my slide.
Yeah, so this is just showing the ability to customize and change the notifications and so forth. So you can go into those templates and change things to your heart's desire.
Got it. Cool. UX looks great. Next up was Ad Manager. We can now clone a campaign and multi-advertiser ads. So these are two updates that I know our team was excited about as they went and made the new Paid Ads Playbook, which is now live. If you go to university.gohighlevel.com, you'll see it. You probably need to clear your cache. I always say just log in incognito. That's sort of the easiest way to do that. You'll see the playbook in there. But as we were making that, the team fleshed out a couple of things that we could improve, and these were two of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you don't know what multi-advertiser ads are, there's a number of different ad campaigns that's not recommended to do. So that's why we have that option there, so that you don't show up next to other potentially complementary services, or maybe it's a competitor. So at any rate, you get that option there now, as well as being able to clone, which would make a lot of sense.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had some Conversation AI V2 bot creation templates roll out.
Yeah. So a couple of different changes here to the Conversation AI V2. The idea here is that we want to be able to expand what people can offer in terms of the bots. So let's say you want one bot to only work on certain channels, and you want another bot to work on a different set of channels, like maybe it's live chat versus SMS. So the version 2, the V2 of Conversation AI allows you to do that. Of course, it's got some built-in templates here. Those will get expanded over time. And then on the next slide, a couple other little enhancements that got dropped were the ability to choose a primary bot. So whichever one you want to sort of be the default, the primary, you can change that to anything. And then you can also decide which bots are in suggestive mode and which ones aren't. So those are the sort of 3 updates that got pushed to the Conversation AI v2.
I love it. So yes,
Mhm.
we are at a place now where we can create multiple chat widgets. We can create multiple conversation AI bots and tie them together. I know that was a big ask from the community because we have different pages to do different things, and we want bots to understand different things and accomplish different goals. And so now we've got that flexibility, which is fantastic. Next up, Kollab got an update. You can now update the group slug, which is very convenient, as well as promotional links in group cards.
Yep. So great way to promote different services or classes or courses or whatever you're doing right on the Go Collab communities there.
That's pretty cool. So that banner at the top, I didn't see this one. You can now just customize a notification banner.
I believe so. I have not directly played with this one yet because it's a public thing. So
Well,
haven't
let's
done it
hope
yet.
so. It's the thing with the big red box around it. So
Yep.
I think we're
Exactly.
on the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
track. But that looks
Hmm.
great. The slug is also very important. I need to be able to adjust that, like the path, the slug, and the URL. And today's the day for that as well.
Hmm.
Looks like we got another screenshot for these. There's that slug we were just talking about. And the discovery toggle, hopefully you know that when you build a course in HighLevel, you can decide, or sorry, a community in HighLevel, you can decide to make it discoverable, and then it will go into Kollab, the public ecosystem where other folks could find and subscribe and even pay for your community.
Totally free to do that, by the way.
Totally free to go create a community at gocollab.com. Documents and contracts got an update this week. We now have public document creation, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a really cool one. So it may not be super obvious, but essentially you go into payments, documents, and contracts, go to templates, and you'll have the ability there to create a public document. What is a public document? It's something that you might want to share as a link or even embed on a page. So there's a bunch of different things that got pushed out with this, including the ability to share links, publish them, make them live. You can also unpublish them so that they no longer work. Maybe if you got as many signups as you wanted from an email campaign, and you just want to cut it off, you can unpublish them. They've simplified the signing process. The response management has been cleaned up a ton, and some workflow integrations, which everybody always asks for to make sure that the workflow integrations are seamless and that everything's not affected by what's already set up.
Yeah. So this is really cool. Just to sort of reiterate, the thing that jumped out at me is you can make a doc and not have to have a contact in the system to send it to. You just want a URL that you can share with people where and however you want, and then they could enter in their information and move on to the next step. So pretty nice. Next up, we had a reputation management update where we can now do review requests via the WhatsApp channel, which is very nice.
Yeah. And it lists it all out for you really nice as well. So when you're looking at all your review requests, you can see which ones went through WhatsApp, which ones were SMS. Team did a really great job on that one as well.
Next up, looks like I jumped the gun and stole your thunder, Ryan. We did roll out another playbook this week, the Paid Ads Playbook. Again, if you go into your agency account, click the university tab, or just go to university.gohighlevel.com, you should see it in there. If you don't, it's likely just a cache thing. Log in via incognito, or you can always ping our support team, and they'll make sure that you get access to that as well. But it's, as you can see, 47 lessons. I love this one. I kind of think of it as like the V2 of the old lead gen playbook that we did years ago. It's a really nice tour of how to use HighLevel start to finish if you're running ads. So now we can generate the ads, the Facebook ads right within our HighLevel account. We're going to automatically populate pipelines. We're going to use nurture automation to get leads to engage and move them through the pipeline, online scheduling, taking payments, review requests. That whole story that a lead gen agency needs to do for their clients over and over. It's all in the playbook. Really nice job from Haplin on our team there. So happy to see that one get out into the wild.
Yeah. And some real world data that we'll be showcasing later.
Oh, that's right. There's a case study running on it. It's all looking really good.
Yep.
Voice AI got some updates this week. We now have the call time limit and response speed settings.
Yeah, so pretty self-explanatory. You can have a time limit for how long you want the calls to be, and then obviously the response time is kind of nice. Maybe you're dealing with certain demographics, or the bots respond in a different way. You can kind of speed it up or slow it down depending.
Was that a jab at old people, Ryan? Are you saying
It
that?
was not. It was not, for the record.
But I think that's a good example. Maybe if you're working with older folks, you might want to slow the bot down a little bit.
Perhaps. I mean, that's one idea. You know.
The call timeout was a direct request from the community. Some folks are saying, hey, my typical conversations go longer than what the current limit was. I think it was 5 minutes or 3 minutes or something. And now you can extend it up to like 15, I think. So some nice updates there. Security, this was another update. I feel like this rolled out last week and we just sort of iterated on it. We've got this sign out feature where we can basically force log people out after a certain period of inactivity.
This one's like the next step, which is kind of like, if let's say your password got compromised, or you logged in on a public computer and you forgot to log out or something, you can just wipe the slate, clear out all the sessions, and sign back in. So yeah, very nice ability to be able to do that there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Template library got an update. We can now clear filters in one click. I guess before you had to go one by one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we're combining clicks here. It's a shortcut, but yeah, as you can see, if you've got a bunch of things selected and you just want to start over, you can click clear filters and start on over.
Little quality of life improvement there. I love it. Troubleshooting and re-auth capability for multiple Facebook pages.
Super helpful here. I have run into this issue helping some friends out set up Facebook integrations. The permissions is sort of a mess. I mean, it's not a mess, it's just complicated on the back end. So this will be able to help you troubleshoot that, see exactly what's going on, and then you'll be able to click a button and see exactly what's going on there to reconnect or enable whatever permissions you need.
Nice. We also put some more helpful info on the sync leads button there to sort of explain what that is. This is something pretty cool. I've never seen this before, but every now and then something may happen on Meta's end and some of the leads don't flow through. And if you feel like that's happened, you can just come here, hit that, and we will manually go fetch all of your leads to make sure that you've got them all pulled over into the CRM.
Exactly.
So not something that happened on our end, but it's a way to sort of make up or help Meta out on their end if they drop the ball on you.
You should get paid, helping them out.
Social Planner got an update. We can now post a single video to Instagram as a reel.
Yeah. So this had to do with another Meta update, wherein they want all it's an update to their API, and so our UI now, what you're seeing in the Social Planner, matches their requirements and kind of lets you know what's happening. So if you post a single video, it's going to go to the reel.
Yeah,
I know you had some comments on that one internally, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we streamlined this. It used to sort of throw like a warning, which didn't really matter. Basically, videos are reels now. I think we all know that. And so that's how they're going to post when you schedule them out.
Exactly.
Another social media update, the media limit error handling enhancement.
Yeah, so this has to do with, like, if let's say you're trying to post like a bunch of photos, but one channel or one platform only allows so many, it will only post the ones that are allowed. Same thing would be true for like video versus photo. So that is my understanding. I've not published 50 images to Google Business Profile recently. So yeah.
Yeah. Basically, let's say you're trying to post 50 images to your Google Business Profile, but LinkedIn carousels only let you do 5. It's just going to let you know that, hey, not all of those 50 images are going to make it into your LinkedIn carousel.
Yeah.
Which is nice. We've got some payment enhancements this week. We've got enhanced payment method management in the company billing page.
Yeah, so you can basically a UI update here, so you can set your primary, get confirmation. Just makes it really clear what's happening in terms of managing those the cards and everything for the company billing page.
Yeah, nice. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Social Planner got another update. We now have LinkedIn statistic support, which is
Yeah,
great.
this one was heavily requested, big one on the ideas board. So now when you go into statistics for the Social Planner, LinkedIn as a channel will show up there, as you can see on the left-hand side, and you'll see all kinds of stuff like post engagement, views, and stuff like that.
I gotta say, bravo, LinkedIn. Never would I have bet on LinkedIn emerging as a popular social network, but it seems like things are booming over there. I've talked to a lot of
Yeah,
people recently
the
having.
early days were a little dicey. It's like, what do we really need this for? But yeah, they seem to be crushing it. So good for them.
Yeah, and that drove this request of, hey, we're having a lot of success on LinkedIn. We want to see the stats in the Social Planner, and
Mhm.
this week was your week. Now they're in there, so check it out if you are active with your LinkedIn, up on your LinkedIn marketing game. Couple other enhancements from the week. We custom menu links are now in public APIs. I think the dev community will probably be really happy about that one.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, the ability to modify and see what's going on with custom menu links. Um, yeah, and then this assets DRM backend. This one they said don't announce it, but it seems like an important one enough just to kind of bring up for folks that might care. So we have some backend work, super technical, but we're getting to the point to be able to support DRM, which is stands for digital rights management. So if you've got like protected content, I think this is kind of like a clue or a precursor of some things to come here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that update too. There were a lot of backend updates this week, and
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad that we don't have a better way to surface that to the community. But I mean, there were probably 20 updates I saw that were all sort of, hey, we reduced load time over here by 50x, or hey, we reduced storage space over here by 100x. And these little things that the team works so hard on are just amazing, and they have you may not notice it, but things just get snappier and quicker and more secure. So kudos to the team for all that back end work this week.
Yeah, and not only that are they doing like the actual speed stuff, but they're using some good like UI tricks to make the user feel like it's happening faster. Great example of that, like early days in the iPhone, when you used to send an SMS, a big screen would pop up and it would be like loading, 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 and then it would go. Then they made an update everybody thought was amazing. They're like, "Oh, you made this super fast now. It just goes automatically." No, it pushed the message up into the feed, and then the load bar was just really small on the top. And so sometimes making it feel faster is just as good as actually making it faster. So I'd say, yeah, there's probably twice as many updates we've gone over here where those types of things are happening in the background. So massive props to the team for that.
Absolutely. Cheerful upcoming releases. Oh man, we have not gone Christmas vacation yet. We're saving that as a family until we get a little bit closer to the
Yeah,
day, but definitely could be my favorite these days, to be honest. That sledding scene gets me
it's in
every
the
time.
queue for us too. Yeah.
All right, let's see what we're excited about coming soon. We've got permission templates. What do we got here?
Yes. So this is a huge ask from the community, and it's been discussed on countless town halls. We've definitely heard you. This is a great example of taking our time a bit. We didn't just release something super fast, but really thinking through this and having templates that both kind of have a really nice initial flow, and then on the next screen you can kind of see like the granularity that you can get into to edit um, specific types of permissions that you would have for individual users. So
Hmm.
these are again just the design mock-ups and everything. It will continue to get refined, but really cool stuff on permissions is coming down the pipeline there.
This is great. So you're basically saying, look, I have 5 different types of people that I add into my account. I'm going to create 5 different permission sets, and now I can just apply that whole set of permissions every time I'm creating a user.
Hmm.
Very nice. Very nice. Very convenient. That's cool. All right. Another one that we're excited about is updates to the company object, which is
Yes,
going to be very
this is
exciting.
another one that there's been a lot of discussion on. Right now, there are companies, but there's a lot of things that don't really align with how objects are used throughout the system. This is going to resolve all of that so that a company works exactly like an object, exactly like a contact. You can have associations, multiple people associated with a specific company, and so forth. So for the folks that kind of know what that is, that have had some frustrations there, worry not. This is actively in development right now, and it looks like we're resolving all the issues that we had previously.
Fantastic. I love it. Super excited as we get deeper into the world of custom objects and all of the possibilities that they unlock. And this will be a great step to just bring that company object right back into the fold. All right. Well, that is it for this week. We are heading into the weekend, Ryan.
We are. If you didn't know, there's like 12 days left till Christmas. If you got some shopping to do, now is the time to do it. I thought Christmas was next week, so I guess I was ahead of the game. He reminded me that it is not next week. But
We're
anyway,
getting
have a great
there.
weekend, everybody.
We're getting there. Have an awesome